Hello.
VJ Marchand, sir.
You have a case in city court. You were charged back in June with possession of prescription only drug without a prescription, drug paraphernalia, trespassing, failure to appear. You have a probation hold. I'm gonna release you on the city court misdemeanor with orders not to possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. Don't go back to the incident location or have any contact with any alleged victims. I am appointing the city public defender to represent you. There will be a court date of December 19th, 9 o'clock. The public defender will be there representing you. You will not be transported to court, though. Someone from the city public defender will be in touch with you in a few days. You're excused.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. What is your name?
Charlie Michael Posey.
Mr. Posey, you have some city court cases, aggressive soliciting in a public area. This is from March of this year. You also have criminal damage. This is from October 1st. And in addition to those two, you have numerous cases in Tucson City Court. I'm holding on you. While you're already being held on a bond, I'm adding another $100 bond to it. Order not to return to any Walgreens store. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Don't possess any firearms or other weapons. The city public defender is appointed to represent you. There will be a video review for October 30th at 1:45. Someone from the city public defender's office will be out there to see you in a few days. You're excused. Hello, what's your name? Gentlemen, striker, what is your name?
Martinez Gilbert, teacher for beginning to talk.
Okay. Mr. Gilbert. Corrections officer. In order that he not initiate contact with the. He's already in custody on other charges. Also, no firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs. The state is recommending a $5,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if posted. Any input from the defense?
No objection.
Okay. 5,000. Next court date is November 3rd at 1:30. And the, contract attorney Mark Evans is appointed to represent Mr. Martinez. Your excuse, sir.
Your Honor, Vega Padilla is unavailable at the moment.
Okay, thank you. We'll continue that one then. Hello, what's your name? Okay, need to unmute, please. Your name?
Jaime Gallegos.
Thank you. You have, sir, an arrest warrant out of Pima County Superior Court listing charges of kidnapping, apprehension of injury, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument, aggravated assault resulting in temporary but substantial disfigurement. I'm going to order that you not have contact with the alleged victim or victims. Stay away from the incident location, no alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons. You have a Department of Corrections hold. The state's recommending a $50,000 bond. Any input from the defense? Okay, you're muted.
My apologies. He's lived in Tucson for 29 years and has ties to the community. He's unemployed and unable to post any significant amount of bond. And he also has that DOC hold, so he won't be released. I would ask that you set the bond in this matter at 15,000.
50,000 is listed on the warrant. We'll stick with that. October 30th, 1:30, public defender appointed. You're excused, sir. Hello, what's your name?
Debbie Allen.
Okay, one moment. Selling your charge of domestic violence assault and domestic violence criminal damage. I'm ordering that you not commit any acts of domestic violence. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, possess any firearms or other weapons. You are not to have contact of any kind with Doris Cade. Stay away from her home and workplace. Bond is set in the amount of 2,500. Attorney Gary Grinkovich is appointed to represent you. And on this matter, this is in Pima County Justice Court. You're going to be seen tomorrow at. You're excused. Hello, what's your name?
David Gracia.
I'm sorry, say again.
David Gracia.
David Grassi. Okay, thank you. Mr. Gracia, you have an arrest warrant out of Pima County Justice Court, shoplifting and possession of drug paraphernalia. This case is from 2019. I'm informed you have a history of failing to appear in court. I am going to hold you on a $250 bond. Attorney Brent Cicero will be representing you, and you're going to be seen on this matter tomorrow at 1:00 p.m. on video. You're excused.
James,
I was thinking the house.
Hello, what's your name?
Coleman James.
Sir, say again.
Coleman James.
Okay. You have several warrants here. South Tucson City Court, you've got a warrant on shoplifting case, drug paraphernalia and trespassing. Another warrant on trespassing and shoplifting. The first one is from March of this year, the second one's from July. Another one from South Tucson City Court shoplifting, this is from April. Another one, March of this year, shoplifting and trespassing. Yet another one, this one is for shoplifting from January of this year. Bond is set in the amount of $1,000. Attorney Michael Vaughn is appointed to represent you. And your court date is a video, October 24th at 10:00 a.m. tomorrow. You also have a city court case. You were charged with paraphernalia, prescription only drugs. You were represented by the city public defender. And they withdrew when they lost contact with you. You reappoint the city public defender to represent you. $500 bond. Video review on this case will be October 31st. 1:45.
Should probably try to see anything. That's for handbook. On one around there, like accent matters. Yep. Like that one. So that's.
All right, you're excused.
What seems to be.
Hello, what's your name?
Ashley Lee,
Sir?
Ashley Lee.
Okay, thank you.
Got it.
You are charged with domestic violence assault. I'm going to order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence and that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. I am going to release you from custody. Your court date at Oro Valley City Court is November 19th at 10:30. You're excused. Hello, what is your name? Okay, need to unmute, please. Your name, sir?
Luis Martinez.
Martinez, thank you. All right, you were charged with shoplifting and trespassing. Um, This is in South Tucson City Court. You also have some warrants out of South Tucson City Court. Trespassing and drug paraphernalia, this is from March. Shoplifting from April. And the new charge that I mentioned a moment ago. No contact with any victims, stay away from the incident location. I am not going to hold you on the South Tucson City Court matters. You're released with a court date of November 4th at 10 a.m. You have a bunch of Tucson City Court cases, though. Possession of drug paraphernalia from 2023. Trespassing and criminal damage from 2024.
Was
Trespassing and drug paraphernalia, another one from December of 2024. Trespassing and failure to appear from July of this year. Shoplifting and failure to appear is from August of this year. Possession of drug paraphernalia, failure to appear, this is from August. Shoplifting and drug paraphernalia from September of this year, failure to appear. Drug paraphernalia, trespassing from August of this year. No contact with any alleged victims, don't go back to locations, no alcohol or illegal drugs. And let's see, there's a petition to revoke. Is there a new petition to revoke on this? Yeah, Norris Martinez.
I'm not sure if he was the one where there was, those are three different cases associated with it. There should be three right on the top, and the petition paperwork was part of the, conditions of release.
Well, here. Here, here. You
CSM.
you got lost in all this other stuff.
There should also be a copy in, there's three files, so there's a copy in the other two. That's not this solution. It'll be the first three files on the top of the minute entry.
Okay, he was already arraigned on this.
Was it?
Yeah, back in. When was it? No, no, he wasn't. Okay. All right. Here it is. Okay. Here we go. Okay, sir, you're on probation with Corrective Solutions at City Court. Failure to complete CSM intake, failure to complete substance abuse, alcohol evaluation and treatment. We will enter a denial. Appoint the city public defender to represent you. And your next court date. Oh, and we're gonna hold you on $1,000 bond. Video review date is October 31st. At 1:45. If you bond out before then, November 13th, 2 p.m. would be your out of custody date. There should be someone from the city public defender out there to see you within the next few days, or before October 31st at least. Okay, you're excused. City court stop. Hello, what's your name?
Steven Neiman.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
No. Just listen. There's no citation in here. I'm sorry? Stephen Neiman. It's DV. Okay.
I didn't know we had a moratorium trying to say people change it.
Yeah. Sure. All right, Mr. Neiman, you're charged with domestic violence assault, and domestic violence disorderly conduct. I'm going to order that you not have contact with Cynthia Neiman, stay away from her home and workplace. No alcohol or illegal drugs, don't commit any acts of domestic violence, and don't possess any firearms or other weapons. Bond is set in the amount of $2,500. Attorney Gary Grinkovich is appointed to represent you. You're going to be seen tomorrow at 1:00 p.m. on video at Pima County Justice Court. You're excused.
See. Here.
Hello, what's your name?
Jessica.
All right, you're charged with domestic violence assault, no injury, and domestic violence disorderly conduct.
Domestic violence, not assault.
This is from October 23rd. And then you are, I guess this is a continuation. No, the time is different. Also from October 23rd, non-domestic violence assault, non-domestic violence criminal damage, and non-domestic violence disorderly conduct. See what this says. I'm ordering that you have no contact of any kind with David Brown. Do not go to his home or workplace. Also, don't return to any Circle K store in Tucson. No acts of domestic violence, no firearms or other weapons, and don't possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. Bond is set in the amount of $1,000. The city public defender is appointed to represent you. Video review is scheduled for October 31st at 1:45. If you bond out, November 21st, 9:00 will be your court date. This is all at Tucson City Court. Someone from the public defender office will be out to see you. You're excused. Oops. There you go.
Direct.
Okay. Your name, please?
All right, Diego Gonzalez.
All right. I'll explain your charges to you, then there's someone online that wishes to speak that requires a Spanish interpreter. You were charged with domestic violence, failure to comply with a court order. This is from today. October 11th, you were charged with domestic violence, criminal damage, domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and domestic violence, unlawful intent to disturb using electronic communications. That one you've already been seen on. Domestic violence, criminal damage, domestic violence, disorderly conduct, domestic violence, unlawful intent. Again, electronic communications. This is from October 11th. Yes, the interpreter is on.
Good evening, Your Honor. Is this the Spanish the defendant that needs the Spanish interpreter?
No.
No.
Victim was supposed to be on, she needs a Spanish interpreter.
Okay.
All right. And then.
Does the
Hold on just a minute.
Uh-huh.
Then you've got domestic violence, disorderly conduct. That's that one you've already been seeing. Yes, you were saying,
I apologize, Your Honor. Does the court know if the victim is on right now?
I don't think so.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
All right. Well, we're not gonna wait. I'm gonna order that you have no contact of any kind with Myra Durazo. No act of domestic violence, no possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons. And obey all protective orders. Bond is set in the amount of $1,000. The city public defender is appointed to represent you. If you're still in custody, you're going to be seen on video October 31st at 1:45. If you post the bond prior to that, November 17th, 9:30 at Tucson City Court, you get a one-time return visit with a law enforcement escort to get your personal belongings from the residence if there are any there. Okay, and there should be someone from the public defender's office out to see you. You're excused. Hello, what is your name?
Nico Manuel Victor Otero, sir. At your service for answering a question.
Okay, just a moment. Uh, You're charged with criminal trespass and failure to comply with a court order. This is from today. I'm gonna order that you not possess any alcohol or illegal drugs. Do not return to the location of the alleged incident. I am gonna release you from custody with a court date of November 26th at 2:00 at Tucson City Court. If you go back there, you're gonna be arrested, sir. So stay away from that location.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Okay, you're excused. What's your name?
Taiwan Delbon Tate.
Tate, you have several cases in Tucson City Court. You were charged today with trespassing. You were charged today also with another trespassing and disorderly conduct. September 2nd, you were charged with trespassing. And October 16th, you were charged with shoplifting, trespassing, disorderly conduct, threats, and intimidation. Don't have any contact with any alleged victims. Stay away from the incident location. In particular, do not return to any Circle K store. Bond is set in the amount of 500. The city public defender is appointed to represent you. Video review is scheduled for October 31st at 1:45. If you are bonded out prior to that, November 18th, 9 o'clock would be your out of custody date at Tucson City Court. Someone from the city public defender should be out there to talk to you. You're excused. Hello, what is your name? Okay, you need to unmute, please.
Eric Harrison Burgess.
Mr. Bird?
Your Honor, please waive reading of his charges.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Thank you. We'll waive reading of the charges. I will order that you have no contact with the alleged victims. Stay away from well, no alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons. You are not to engage in any kind of social media activity, and unless it's in reference to your employment, no computer or internet activity on any kind of electronic device. The state is requesting a $50,000 bond. We'll hear from the defense.
Your Honor, it looks like he has no felony history, no criminal history. He's a 1 on the FTA and the NCA scale. He's lived in Arizona for 21 years. He is employed but does not have money to post a $50,000 bond. I request you set the bond in this matter at $20,000.
We'll hear from the state.
In your honor, the state would also request no contact with those category of individuals. But just noting the aberrant nature of the offenses, even if those types of individuals don't reside with him, and he does face significant mandatory flat prison time as well as mandatory registration type of requirement as well.
Okay. Actually, I thought I included that language in here. Apparently. We'll include that additional condition. Bond is set in the amount of 25,000. November 3rd, 1:30, public defender appointed to represent you. And you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, I think you're gonna go that way, but check with the clerks.
Hello, what is your name?
Louis Felix.
Felix, you're charged with burglary in the second degree and possession of burglary tools. Order not return, no return to the incident location, no contact with the alleged victims, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and no firearms or other weapons. I see you have a Department of Corrections hold. So you are not going to be released because of that hold. State's recommending $25,000 bond with pretrial services supervision. We'll hear from the defense.
He's a lifelong resident of Tucson with ties to the community. And as you were mentioning, he has that DUC hold, so regardless of what bond is imposed, he won't be released. I request that you set the bond in this matter at 10,000.
Bond is set in the amount of 25,000, November 3rd, 1:30, and the public defender is appointed. You're excused, sir.
Let's take this one.
Hello, what is your name?
Eric. With asthma.
Okay,
Eric.
I'm gonna read your charges to you. And since the nature of this offense, there's some related misdemeanors as well that I'll read to you. And then there's somebody online that wishes to speak. Felony wise, you were charged with domestic violence, aggravated assault. The state's recommending a $50,000 bond on that matter.
I haven't made money in 14 years.
Hey, quiet. Listen, don't talk. Misdemeanor case from today, domestic violence, assault with injury, and domestic violence disorderly conduct. And you were previously charged back in June with domestic violence, assault, and domestic violence disorderly conduct. All of these involve the same victim, and if the victim is available, you may speak.
I am a victim of it, sir, as well.
I did not ask you to say a word, so, sir, you should shut up and talk to your attorney if you're gonna talk at all. It's a bad idea to talk back to me. Okay? Ms. Powell, are you there?
Judges addressing you.
No, I'm addressing Bambi Powell. Well, she's muted. You need to unmute.
There?
Here you go.
Okay.
You have the floor. Go
So,
ahead.
I just want to know if I don't want him to come back to the house. And, maybe he needs to go to CRC, and get some help.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
On your felony matter, no contact of any kind with Bambi Powell. Do not return to her home or workplace. No firearms or other weapons, and do not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. Don't commit any acts of domestic violence. The state's requested the $50,000 bond. We will, on the felony, we'll hear from the defense.
Your Honor, he has lived in Tucson for 10 years and has ties to the community. He also doesn't have any money to post any amount of bond. I'd request that you set the bond in this case at $15,000.
Thank you. Mr. Hatchell has a history of domestic violence, including the ones I referenced in Tucson City Court. He was previously ordered not to have contact with Bambi Powell, and apparently, well, here we are. So I believe the 50,000 is appropriate. Pretrial services supervision if the bond is posted. Public defender appointed. The next court date is November 3rd at 1:30 on the felony matter. As to the misdemeanor cases, it's going to be pretty much the same conditions. Bond on the misdemeanor cases is set in the amount of $2,500. A city public defender is appointed, and these goes to. We're going to set a video review for October 31st at 1:45. In the event you were not in custody at that time, then out of custody date is November 24th at 9 o'clock. Okay, sir, you're excused.
I'll go.
Hello, what is your name?
Hola, ¿cuál es su nombre?
Aldo Rodríguez Pérez.
Aldo Rodríguez Pérez.
Okay. You charged with unlawful possession of a narcotic drug, possession
That-
for sale of a narcotic drug, and transportation for sale of a narcotic drug.
Le han hecho el cargo de posesión ilegal de una droga narcótica, posesión de una droga narcótica para venta y transportación de droga narcótica para venta.
Order that do not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons.
Le voy a ordenar que no vaya a poseer nada de alcohol, drogas ilegales, armas, ni otro tipo de armas de fuego,
And don't return to the incident location.
y no regresar al lugar de los hechos.
The state is requesting a bond of $25,000 with pretrial services supervision if posted.
El Estado está pidiendo una fianza de $25,000 y si es depositado, que esté usted bajo la supervisión de los servicios precondenatorios.
We'll hear from the defense.
Vamos a escuchar por parte de la defensa.
He has no criminal history and he's a 1 on the FTA and the NCA scale.
No tiene ningún historial delictivo y califica 1 en la escala de NCA y FTA.
He's lived in Tucson for a year and has gotten established here.
And counsel, can you repeat that? And has been established here, did you say?
And has been established here.
Tiene 1 año aquí en Tucson y ha estado establecido aquí.
I request that you set the bond at 10,000.
Solicito que ponga la fianza a 10,000.
All right, thank you. We'll hear from the state.
Muy bien, escucharemos por parte del Estado.
Your Honor, he has unverified ties, and the state has concerns about him fleeing and leaving the country given his lack of community ties.
Su señoría, no hay lazos aquí verificados y dado que no tiene lazos formados, tenemos razón para creer que se daría la fuga y saldría del país.
His co-defendant was seen this morning and a $10,000 cash secured bond was imposed, but I would imagine that was due to more community ties being established.
Su coacusado fue dado una fianza de $10,000 en efectivo, respaldado, pero creo, su señoría, que eso es por los lazos que tiene aquí en la comunidad.
That's all I had to add, Your Honor.
Es todo lo que tengo que agregar, su señoría.
All right, thank you.
Muy bien, gracias.
Okay. We want me to.
Do not leave the state of Arizona without the court's permission, and I'm gonna set bond in the amount of 15,000.
Voy a ordenar que no vaya a salir del estado sin el permiso del juez. Ordeno una fianza de $15,000.
November 3rd at 1:30 is your court date.
El día 3 de noviembre a la 1:30 es su próxima comparecencia.
And you're gonna be represented by the legal defender.
Será representado usted por el abogado legal defensor.
And we're gonna add here, no contact with your co-defendant.
Y voy a agregar aquí que no tenga usted contacto con su coacusado.
All right, sir, you're excused.
Muy bien, señor, se puede retirar.
Okay. Gracias.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
De nada. And Your Honor, may the interpreter be excused?
Any other Spanish speakers?
Oh, Your Honor, that was it.
Oh, all right, thank you. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good evening. Thanks.
As well. Hello, what's your name?
Juan Morales.
Okay. All right, you've got a couple of matters. Felony charges are domestic violence trespassing in the first degree, domestic violence interfering with judicial proceedings, and domestic violence criminal damage. In order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, don't possess any firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Do not have contact of any kind with Maria Poeta and stay away from her home and workplace. Obey the order of protection. The state is recommending a $15,000 bond with pretrial services supervision. If that bond is paid, we'll hear from the defense.
Your Honor, he has no prior felony convictions. He's a lifelong resident of Tucson with ties to the community. He's also unemployed and can't afford any significant amount of bond. I request that you set the bond at $5,000.
Thank you. Here. He seems to have a history of domestic violence charges, in particular involving the same victim. State have anything to add?
Nothing additional to add. The court's aware of the DV history.
All right, thank you. All right, 15,000 pretrial services supervision, if posted November 3rd, 1:30 is your court date, and the legal defender is appointed to represent you. You also have a misdemeanor warrant charge of trespassing in Pima County Justice Court. I'm going to release you on that matter with a court date on November 3rd at 8:30. And that should do it. You're excused on both matters.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Morales?
That was a.
Hello, what is your name?
Javier Salazar.
All right, so you're charged with theft of means of transportation and attempted robbery. I'm gonna order no contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the incident locations. Do not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. Don't drive without a valid license, and no firearms or other weapons. Do not leave the state of Arizona without the court's permission. The state is requesting a bond in the amount of 15,000. We'll hear from the defense.
Your Honor, he has no prior felony convictions. He's a 2 on the FDA scale, so he doesn't have a significant failure to appear history. He is a lifelong resident of Arizona with ties to the state. Pretrial services also spoke to his wife, who verified his housing and could also provide transportation to court if necessary. I request that you set the bond at $7,500.
We'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, even though there's the lack of felony history, he's got the NVCA flag, so he has some sort of violent previous, probably misdemeanor history. The facts are concerning trying to rob one woman of her vehicle, takes another victim's car, and he's essentially apprehended trying to go into Mexico, which would be indicative of being a flight risk in not only leaving the state, but the country.
All right. 15,000, November 3rd at 1:30. Public defender appointed. Your excuse, sir.
Thank you.
And we have someone from Ajo. What's your name, sir?
Carlos Giaconia.
I'm sorry, say again?
Carlos Giaconia.
Okay, got it. Thank you. You are charged with possession of a narcotic drug. The state's recommendation is I release you the supervision of pretrial services, which I will do. No, excuse me, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons. Don't return to the incident location and don't leave the state of Arizona without the court's permission. You release the supervision of pretrial services, cooperate with them. Your court date is November 3rd. And that will be at 4 p.m. Ajo Justice Court.
Your Honor, that's a 10-day PH date. We need a 20-day if he's being released to pretrial.
So it is. Okay, thank you. November 12th at 4 p.m. Ajo Justice.
Thank you.
All right. You're excused, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. You